trust? Is it just 'cause I can't figure it out? When did you turn your head? You're obviously searching for my heart in the debris. I've lost myself since you left me. I've lost myself.
I know you feel alone. Your heart is heavy, happiness unknown. Sometimes you need someone to make you think that better things will come. I may not always be there every day, but I'll try to be the one who helps you feel okay. I'll try. Do you want to be more? But emptiness can make you feel unsure. So come with me and soar. I'll make you feel like you've not felt before. I may not always help in every way, but I'll try to be the one who makes things less mundane. I'll try. like I'm caught inside your endless sea, falling fast into the deep. Surrender, won't be sound asleep. Yeah. I've never known a life like this, a stranger's kiss, the sweet attraction. I've never known a love like this.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, and I hope the weather is as beautiful by you as it is here by me. It has been in the mid to upper 60s all weekend, and it's been absolutely gorgeous. The sun is nice and warm on your skin, but the air is nice and cool. We have had the windows open all weekend long. It's been really great. Now, I don't have the window open here in this room because my neighbors can be a little bit loud sometimes. But hopefully the sounds that are coming from the other end of the house don't disrupt us too much. But anyway, I hope you guys are well. Thank you again so much for joining me. Today we're going to be working on our mystery project. It's been a hot minute since we brought this one back on the channel, but I'm really excited for it because we are really far ahead on this one. We're getting there. I think we're on step, what are we on, step 9? 10. We're on step 10, and there's 14 steps total. Now, I will say that this mystery project, each step is very complex. There's actually a lot of things that have to happen within it. So even though it is only step 14, it's probably more like step 20. But that's okay. We are working really hard at it, and we're getting really close to the end on this one. We're probably at least halfway there, so I'm really excited for that. So today is going to be a little bit of sewing and a lot of bit of cutting. So we've got some more 45-degree angles and things that we need to be careful of, and so I'm going to need you all to be with me on this. I need your support here because it's going to be a little stressful on me, but we're going to figure it out. Just a reminder for those of you who are interested, we will have another live stream on Wednesday. We're going to be doing our Schools of the Year projects. I'm still trying to convince Taylor to join us again on Wednesday. We'll see. She's actually out of town right now. I got to do a little bit of a daughter swap this weekend. Taylor went and stayed at Tony and Lucas's apartment, and Tony and Lucas came back home to stay with us for the weekend. Lucas's brother got married over the weekend, so congratulations to him, and that is actually why Lucas is not with us. He's still helping his family with some things, but Tony is home. She's just on the other side of this wall, but she is planning to leave soon, so I don't know that she's going to be able to stop and say hello. But it's been really nice having her and Lucas here this weekend. I didn't get to see a lot of them, but I got to see enough of them to make it worthwhile. So that's been really nice to be able to do that little daughter swap for a weekend. And some more exciting news with regards to daughters. I know that I've been telling you guys about Taylor's journey, and she has gained full-time employment. It's really exciting. I don't want to tell you guys too much about it. She prefers that I, stay a little bit, excuse me, I'm sorry. She prefers to be she prefers to be a little bit more private about things, and that's fine, and I respect that, so I'm not going to give you guys a whole lot of details, but she has gained full-time employment. She's really excited about that. She starts in a couple weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to tell you guys a little bit more about that, but if not, that's okay. I respect her privacy, and we'll keep it there. But anyway, it's really exciting for her. So exciting stuff is coming along. To my knowledge, Tony and Lucas haven't set any type of a wedding date or anything, but I don't think they're really in any hurry yet either. I think they're just trying to figure some things out first before they really make any permanent plans, and that's okay. There's no rush. But anyway, it was really nice having them here for the weekend, being able to spend a little bit of time with them, getting to have some conversations and things like that. It's amazing how when your children move away, especially Tony and Lucas, they have moved a few hours away. It's amazing that transition that you go through in your life, and I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this, but it's still a little bit of a new concept for me. I mean, the girls, they went off to college, but I still felt like I talked to them a lot. And now now that they're full-time employed and they've got their significant others with them and they've kind of got their own lives, I don't get to talk to them as much as I would like to. And so that's a little bit of an adjustment period that we're working through. But yeah. Terry, yes, Terry, you noticed it right away. Don't worry, nothing's wrong. Terry asked, where is the vintage ironing board? Her name is Sis. But you'll notice that Sis is missing, and she's fine. There's nothing wrong with her. She's absolutely fine. But because the weather has turned cooler outside, Mr. Wizard took her from me for the weekend to have her sealed. The quilt, so you guys know I had her refinished, Um, kind of. I had her restored, I should say. I had her restored. Um, the gentleman that restored her purposely did not seal her because the original intent was to actually use her as a functional workpiece here in the room. But after getting her back and her being as beautiful as she is, uh, it would break my heart to put another top on her because she's gorgeous. So I decided to use her as a display piece instead. But in doing so, we started to notice that the top, the actual ironing board, was really, really dry. And now the gentleman that had restored it for me had told me that the top was really dry because it had been covered for so many years. So it was just pulling the moisture out of the wood. And so it became very, very dry and actually started to become very, very brittle. I was getting splinters every time I would bump past her. So we made the decision, since I'm not going to be using her anymore, or not using her as a functional piece, but instead as a display piece, we decided to seal her. So Mr. Wizard took her over the weekend, and he has coated her in linseed oil, and she's taking quite a few coats of the linseed oil because she is so dry. But she's actually currently on our patio drying, completely curing, and so she will be back here by Wednesday, I promise you. But yes, that's where she is at. She's fine. She didn't break. There's nothing wrong with her. We're just trying to protect her for years to be able to enjoy her for years to come. So that's where she is at. So there's a lot of empty space here today, and you guys can see my little air freshener. There's a lot of empty space here today, and it's making me a little crazy on the camera, but that's okay. But that's where she's at. I promise she didn't go anywhere. Yes, she needs to be taken care of for sure. Yeah, and originally, like I said, I wanted to use her as an actual functional piece here on the channel. And the more I thought about it, and the more I looked at her, the more I decided, like, she's old. she's she's very, very old. I think we figured out that she's almost 100 years old, if not 100 years old. And so we decided that in order to preserve her for years to come, and to be able to hand her down for more generations, we decided she's earned a retirement. She's earned a retirement. She's worked really hard for all of her life, and she's earned a retirement. So we decided to seal her. So she's no longer going to be a functional piece. She can only be used as decoration now because I don't know if you guys are aware, but linseed oil, it is very flammable, and so applying any type of heat to her can cause a fire. So obviously we don't want to do that. So we've uh, we've um, we've sealed her now, and so she'll be back hopefully in a couple of days. But Mr. Wizard said she was probably dry enough to bring in here to, but you know we wanted to err on the side of caution and give her an extra full day to cure before we brought her back in the house. So, with things like that, flammable stuff like that, you want to take extra precautions and make sure that everything is safe. You want to make sure that everything is safe and things are going well. Oh, I didn't realize that it was that small. Hold on a minute. Let me fix that. Let me just there. That should be better. Um, there you go. That's a little bit better. So that way, she looks a little bit better, and she's hopefully gonna last us for many, many years. So that's why she's not here. But anyway, let me hop into chat, say hello to everybody there, and then we are going to get started with our mystery project. And I'll tell you guys a little bit more about the mystery project. If you're new to the channel and you've never seen the mystery project or know why it's called the mystery project, I'll explain that to you guys in just a minute. But first and foremost, I want to say hello and give a very special shout out to the very first person in chat. Now, I understand that sometimes chat doesn't save things. I have Sandra K as the very first person in chat, but I'm being told that maybe there was somebody in there a week or a couple of days before, but unfortunately it doesn't save it anymore. So either way, Sandra K, welcome to the channel. Thank you for being the first person in chat that I can see. Brat46, thank you also for being the first person in chat as well. She said she was there a little bit early this morning, so good morning. Thank you so much for that. Linda Denton is also here with us. Hello, Linda. It's so great to see you. Carrie Lynn is here as well. Good morning, Carrie. Susan Euro has been having some terrible time with some of her electronics in her home. I'm so sorry to hear that, Susan. Hopefully you'll get those things worked out soon enough. Let me see. Kathy is also here. Good morning, Kathy. It's so great to see you. Thank you again, Kathy, so much for letting me join you on Labor Day weekend. Actually, on Labor Day for your channel. I truly, truly enjoy that. It was so great to be able to spend some time with you again. So thank you again for allowing that to happen. I really appreciate it for you extending that invitation to me. Let's see. Terry's also here. Hi, Terry. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Terry and Kathy are our moderators. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to ask them. They monitor chat a whole heck of a lot closer than I do. I try to monitor as much as I can, but I am working on other things and sometimes I get distracted. So if you have a question, please reach out to them. Lucas, my soon-to-be son-in-law, is also one of our moderators, but of course he's not here today. I already explained why. But he is usually here as well. So if you guys have any questions or need to get my attention or anything like that, to make sure that you reach out to them, and they will be happy to assist you as well. And I will try as well. Naomi is also here. Good morning, Naomi. It's so great to see you. Melissa is here as well. Happy Sunday morning to you, Melissa. I hope you both are well. Katie, hello. Hi, Katie. Good morning. I saw you over on Donna's channel this morning. I popped into Donna's channel for just a minute before things kind of got a little crazy this morning. But I saw she was live, so I popped in there to say hello to her real quick. So I hope she's well and all of them are having a great time over there. Still scrolling through chat. Scrolling. Let's just keep scrolling. Hi, Sylvia. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. So great to see you also. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you, Sylvia. I mean, I'm sure it was just like last weekend, but it feels like it's been forever. So welcome back. Brenda, hi, good morning, Brenda. It's so great to see you also. Good morning. Scrolling through chat. Hi, Patty. She says, hello, Danny and so friends. Hello, Patty. It's so great to see you. Welcome back to the channel. Mary H is also here. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Sunday morning to you also. I hope you're well. All right, lots of noises happening here. That's okay. Sounds like Tony's getting ready to take off in just a minute. No worries. Marie, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh my gosh, I have a Mary H and a Marie H in chat. I'm going to get that so confused. But either way, ladies, thank you both so much for joining us this morning. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you, Marie. Good morning. Welcome back. Still scrolling. She needs to be taken care of for your shirt. Yeah, I mean, you know, I really didn't want to steal her because I wanted to be able to use her, but I just think it's the right thing to do to preserve her, to make sure that she lasts years and years to come. And she was drying out like really quickly, and I kept getting splinters. Like all I would have to do was touch her, and I'd get a splinter. I mean, that's how dry her wood was. And so I was just terrified that she was just going to start to fall apart on me. So I think this is for the best. Mr. Wizard and I've consulted with the gentleman that restored her. I asked him, you know, what he recommended. He recommended the linseed oil. So we've done that, and we're going to keep an eye on her still. When she comes back in here, we're going to keep an eye on her still and kind of see how things go. And then if I have to consult with some more experts to make sure that she stays with us for years and years to come, I will do that. So we'll see. But from what I can tell from looking at her on our patio, it looks like the linseed oil achieved what we wanted her to do. So hopefully that works out well for us. I don't know anything about wood or how to restore wood or any of that, so I'm relying on other experts to tell me what I need to do. Good morning, Raven. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm not sure that I remember seeing your name in chat before, so please welcome to the channel. It is so great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. I truly appreciate you being here. One of the most wonderful communities here, so welcome. All right, I think I have gotten through. Susan says I was going to go to the, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, State Fair yesterday, but had a headache. We'll go another day. I know the Wisconsin's fair was this past weekend. I did not attend that. I had too many things going on here, but I know that my mom, Mama Joyce, and then my aunt went up there. So they said that it was a beautiful show. There was a lot of really great vendors up there, things like that. It doesn't sound like they came home with anything exciting, but that's okay. It's not always this. Susan says, I was at the fair on Monday, so I missed you, Danny. I hope you come back again. Oh, Susan, of course. Yeah, you're talking about the members only live stream on Monday, and that comes back every other weekend. We probably have one more stream before our project is completed, and then we'll probably take like a month off of the Monday streams, and then we'll do another project or something like that. So yeah, no, that's not going away. But I'm glad that you were able to catch the replay. Sylvia says, how long have you been running this game? Which game? Are you talking the Thimbles? The Thimbles started basically day one of the channel, and I've never reset them. So, 3 years now, if that's what you're talking about? Yes, Donna's was fun with Day and Donnell. Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised that I saw her this morning. Didn't know that she did Sunday morning streams, so that was really nice. It's great that she does them. I don't want it to sound like there's a competition or anything like that. There's absolutely not. But it was nice to see her. Just checking. Sorry, my computer it scrolls on me sometimes. Another day to heal. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the right move to make, to just give her an extra day to kind of, like you said, heal and seal and cure. So yeah. So okay. So we are going to be working on our mystery project today. Wait. Am I in Wisconsin too? No, Raven, I'm not in Wisconsin. I'm in northern Illinois. I'm a southwest suburb of Chicago. I'm about an hour and a half to 2 hours southwest of Chicago. So no, not in Wisconsin. Sorry, but the Wisconsin show was about like a 3 hour drive because it's in Madison. So it was only like a 3.5 hour drive from us. So we thought about going. I thought about going, but I didn't end up going. My mom, Mama Joyce, did. If you're new to the channel, she'll be joining us. I was kind of hoping she's going to join us today, but that's okay. She'll join us. She usually joins us for the After Dark editions on Saturdays, and she'll be with us for the Jelly Roll race as well. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I missed something. Mystery project. So the mystery project, it's not a mystery to me. I know what it is. I'm following the pattern. The mystery project is been away too much this year. Yeah, no, I totally understand that, Raven. Yeah, for sure. The mystery project is titled a mystery because I can't share with you guys the pattern. And the reasoning for that is that the project is intended as a gift for a very close friend of mine who watches the channel. And this particular project, this particular pattern is very specific. It's a very specific type of design. It's a very specific type of pattern. And so the second that I say what this pattern is, that person is going to know it's for them. It's very, very specific. And so because of that, I'm trying to keep it a mystery for as long as I can. At some point, they're going to figure out what it is, as well as you guys here on the channel, I'm sure. But for now, we're just trying to keep it a mystery. So we started, I started the project off the channel. And then it kind of got to be a little bit intimidating. It's a lot more complex than your typical pieced pattern. It's a lot more intricate. There's a lot more things that have to line up and stuff like that. So I kind of needed your guys' support on this. I needed to boost up my confidence levels, boost up my skill levels. So I needed to feed off your guys' energy. So that's why I brought it onto the channel so that you guys could help me with that and boost up my confidence and give me some tips and tricks and things like that. So you guys have been doing a fantastic job with that, and that's why I keep bringing it back on the channel because I need that support a little bit sometimes. For this particular one, it's very intimidating to me. We're doing a fantastic job with it. It's coming out amazingly. It's not perfect, but that's okay. It's coming out beautifully. It's really going together very well. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. but there are still some challenges. So let me show you guys what we've got so far, so that those of you who are just joining us who have never seen the mystery project before can kind of get an idea of what it looks like, and also for those of us that haven't seen it in a couple of months now can kind of get an idea too. We're going to do a little bit of sewing today. We've got a couple of strip pieces that we need to sew up onto our assemblies that we're working on. And then we've got those 45-degree angle cuts to work with again. Everything in this pattern is a 45-degree angle. It's become a little bit of a challenge, but we are working through it. So hopefully things work out. So let me show you what we've got so far. So right now we have 4 pieces that are sewn up together. And so now this is one of the pieces. Let's see if I can hold it straight. So this is one of the 4. And it goes down to, hi, my daughter is here with me. So this is, I have a puppy. I also have a puppy camera. Hi, baby. Are you taking, sorry, hold please. Are you taking off?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for visiting. I'm sorry that that we couldn't be more accommodating to you.
That's fine. Busy weekend.
Yeah. Next time when you come back, you'll have to stay for dinner or something.
Yeah.
But be careful driving home and
Hello.
safe trips. Love you.
Love you too.
Good luck with everything. Let me know how the teaching stuff goes.
Will do.
And I'll see you in a couple weeks for apple picking.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. So, everyone says hi, Tony. Hi, Tony. There she is. All right, thanks. Be careful driving home. Let me know when you get there. Is Taylor taking off, or is she coming up, or
She probably won't leave till after I get there.
she won't leave till you get there?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm assuming. I mean, she used to give me my keys back, so.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Setup. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I do have an outside mic. It's not on me. It's actually here. The cracking is because of my connection. I am actually working to purchase a new router and modem that will hopefully help with that. I've looked into it, so I'm really sorry for the static on the mic and the things. I'm really sorry about that. I know that that's not everybody. That's not for everybody, and if for whatever reason if it's too much for you and you don't want to watch this channel, I completely understand. I am working to get that fixed, but it has nothing to do with something that I'm wearing. It's hardwired plugged in. It's just the connection. You'll also every once in a while get a buffering, and that's just because of my internet speed. I'm working on that, trying to fix that. But thank you again for pointing it out to me. I truly appreciate that. But I am aware. And also, welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. Crackle when I'm moving. Yeah, so part of it is, some of it I think is a little bit of movement, but it's also because I get further away. So the mic, you guys can't see it because it's just off camera, but it's right here. So when I get too far away, it does get quieter and crackly. So I try to work on that. I don't have one here because I move around too much, and I have long hair, and that one didn't really work very well for me. So that's why I have the one there. Eventually, I'll probably get like a boom mic or something. Who knows? We'll see. But again, I apologize for the crackling or the buffering or any of the things that have to do with my connection. But I really appreciate you watching, and thank you for hanging out with us this morning. Melissa was reminding everybody to leave a thumbs up. Thank you, Melissa, for that reminder. If you guys all have a minute or two, and you can click or just a second or two, and can hit that thumbs up for me, I'd really appreciate it. If not, that's okay too. Yes, hello. You guys saw that was my daughter. She just left. Tony, so Taylor will probably be on her way back. String right here, that's a bad place for that. And then you also saw my puppy. I have a puppy cam right here. There it is, right here. I don't know which screen to look at. Here's my puppy cam. She is sitting just off the camera, so let's see if we can get her to come on the camera. Can you come to the, you guys come here? Come here. There we go. There we go. There. Can you sit? Ivy, can you sit? I have 3 puppies. Oh, here comes the little one. So here's Ivy. She's my cabochon. And then I have my Shih Tzu, which is my black and white Shih Tzu, Wrigley. And then I have a Wheaten Terrier named Addison. Addison, up. Nope, I went all the way up. Up. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Those are my puppies. They come and go, and I like to entice them with some snacks. Hi, Gladys. Good morning. So I have some snacks I like to entice them with from every now and again. And this one here, she likes to whine. She likes to whine about the treats. So we'll see how long she stays before she says, "Hi, my puppies." There they are. Yeah. So this one, the little black and white one, is Wrigley, and then the red and white one, they call it red, but it's more like a light tan, is Ivy, and then the big one here, that one's Addison. So we're Cubs fans, in case you couldn't figure it out. In case you couldn't figure it out, my Mr. Wizard, my husband, Mr. Wizard, is a Cubs fan. So anyway, so there's our puppies. So back to the mystery project. So this is one of the 4 panels that we're working on. This is upside down, this way. So these are the 2 longer ones right now, but you can see that the quilt's going to be decent sized. I mean, this is it. This is the length of it. This is top to bottom what it's going to be. So it's decent size. It's going to be a nice size throw, I think. I thought it was going to be a wall hanging, but I think it's going to be a little bit bigger than that. So that's what the pieces are that we're working with right now. Today we're going to be adding an extra strip set to the edge here. And then we're going to start working on the other 2 panels that we have. So I have 2 panels like this that are opposite, one going one way, one going the other. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful fur babies. Thank you. And then here are the 2 pieces that we have not started working on yet that we will hopefully get to today. So there's those. I've given you guys a couple of clues about this project, if you guys remember what those clues are. One of the clues is that it is a stained glass piece. It is a stained glass piece. And then it's a very specific stained glass piece. If you guys want to guess, you're welcome to guess in chat, but I can't actually tell you if you're right or wrong. Because this person watches my channel and they follow chat. But if you are truly interested in knowing and finding out what the pattern is and it's making you crazy and you can't handle the mystery any longer, simply send me an email. And as long as you swear to secrecy, I will tell you what the pattern is, because I don't want anybody to be stressed out about it. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So the first thing that I want to do is I need to trim up one of the ends of, we got this strip set that we worked on last time we worked together. It's this little, I think it's a 3/4 inch or 1.5 inch, I don't even know anymore, piece here, and I need to trim up that's interesting. The pieces don't really go together. I need to trim up just an end here so I have a nice straight edge, but this is one of the pieces that we're working on. Why is it so dark in my room? Terry says, I think I figured out the pattern. Well, you are a bit of a sleuth there, Terry. You have a tendency to figure out a lot of things. And that's okay if you have. That is perfectly fine if you have. Marie says, that looks awesome. Well, thank you very much, Marie. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. All right, let's go ahead and trim up just one of these edges here. Nice straight edge for me. What did I do with my... There it is. I just need a nice straight edge. We're going to end up trimming this when we attach it because it's going to be way too long. So I just need a single straight edge to work with. Actually, I need 2. We have 2 pieces to do. There we go. Why do I feel like... Yeah, no, that's right. Okay. Just gonna trim up the edge here. Just cutting like a 3/4 of an inch off just to give me a nice straight edge. The big reveal. Oh, good. I'm glad that you're willing to wait. Willing to wait. I appreciate that. All right. So we're gonna be attaching these strip sets. These 2 strip sets to these strip set pieces. There we go. At a 1/4 inch seam, so let's go ahead and attach those ends real quick. Here, we're going to attach those, and then we're going to attach those to the big ends. So we're going to be doing a little bit of sewing today. So how is everybody else's weekend going? What other projects are you guys working on? What other things are you working through? Oh wait, I need to. Hang on, I just need to double check the pattern and see if I need to add a like black piece to this. I do need to add a black piece to this. Okay, I have some extra black. I'm glad I checked on that because I do need to add an extra black piece to that. So let's grab this real quick. I've got some little strip pieces here. I need to add to the end of this one. Add it to the end of this one. Excuse me. Just gonna pull this down. Come on, lay flat for me. Working with these little black pieces are 3/4 of an inch thick. So by the time you get your 1/4 inch seam on each side, you end up with a 1/4 inch. So they can be a little tricky to work with. A little bit tricky to work with. So Raven says I've been finishing on the quilting on a flannel quilt. Raven, that sounds like so much fun. Are you doing it free motion? Are you doing it on a long arm? Are you doing it a stitch in the ditch type of situation? We'd love to know more. Okay. Terry says, I'm just about ready to publish my first pattern, taking forever to tweak the directions my kiddos bet to help me with the aesthetics of the writing pattern, taking their time. Wow, Terry, that is amazing. That is so amazing. Why did I do 2 different pieces here? What is wrong with me? Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess that's fine because it's all going to go together anyway, but it's super silly funny. I grabbed 2 different pieces to sew this up to. You know, I never claim to be perfect. You know, never claim to be perfect. That's funny. That's awesome, Terry, though, that you've written your own pattern. Kudos to you. I know that writing a pattern, even if it's just for yourself, is extremely challenging. Like, I have tried before to, like, sit down and write my own pattern about things. I have decided I am just not that talented. There are some things that I am good at, and there are others that I'm not, and that is one of those things that I am not good at. So congratulations to you on that. Raven says, just straight line one either side of all the matched up seams. Oh, okay. There's nothing wrong with that, Raven. I think it's going to turn out beautiful. I've made a couple of rag quilts myself before, and I think that I'm sure it's going to turn out beautiful. You know, and that's the beauty of this particular hobby, is that you get to make it your own. You know? Terry says, hi Joy, good morning. Jay says, hi Danny and all. I'm working on the Tilda Blue Whales quilt, still piecing lots of small pieces. Oh, Joy, that sounds beautiful. I'd love to see pictures of that if you're willing to share them on our Facebook or Instagram. Make sure you do !FB in chat for Facebook, or you can do !links, that's LINKS, for both of our Facebook and Instagram. I'd love to see pictures of that. And if you don't have social media or aren't comfortable with that, you're welcome to email me them as well. I love seeing what you guys are working on. You keep me motivated. There we go. Terry says, I never knew how much goes into the creating of a pattern. The writing, the mathing, the video tutorial. Yeah. I imagine it's quite a bit. What did I do with my ruler? Here it is. Yes, the whales sound beautiful. Sandra, if you're still in chat, can you let me know if you got your package in the mail? I know they were all mailed out on Monday. Hopefully you've gotten them by now. If you haven't, let me know. Susan says, I don't have the courage to actually publish patterns I've designed. Two of the quilts that I won blue ribbons on at the county fair were ones I designed. Susan, that is amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations on winning those blue ribbons. And I mean, you don't have to publish a pattern. I mean, the pattern that you design can be just for you, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. I find it, I'm so impressed with Terry for having the courage to, to, to get ready to publish a pattern. I think that's amazing. Can't wait to see it. Who knows? Maybe it'll make an appearance on the channel. You don't know. Could. It could happen. Let me go ahead and finger press this real quick. I do have my iron. No, I don't have my iron now. So I could just actually grab that real quick to iron that up. So we needed to add an extra black piece to the end of these before we attach the other pieces. So I was just doing that real quick. And now I can attach these to the ends. Go ahead and grab this piece here. Sew that up. Working with these small pieces is always a challenge, and then when you got these teeny tiny little pieces here, one, and this end. I feel like they're different sizes. Are they supposed to be different sizes? The narrow strip towards the center, so these strip heads on top of the 2.5 inch segments. Okay, so I need to make sure that I'm doing this right. So I've got to do one this way and one the other way. So I'm glad that I decided to read this again. So we're making 2 sets. Uh-oh. Susan, I'm sorry. Stupid. No worries. Not sure what happened there. No worries. Sorry about that, Susan. Looks like something happened. There we go. All fixed. No worries. Streamlabs can be dumb sometimes. It happens. It happens. Okay, so one goes this way. So I already have this one going this way. So I need to I'm glad I checked this because we're doing opposites. So we've got one going one way and one going the other way. We need to fix that. No worries, no worries, no worries. We got it fixed. You should be good now. Susan, can you just post another thing in chat for me? Sometimes that happens. Not a big deal. If you can't yet, that's okay. No need to worry. It might be a minute or two. Sometimes weird things happen. Oh, Kathy, no, don't worry about it. No need to apologize. It happens. It's not a big deal. We saw it. We caught it. No worries. No need to stress about it. Susan, you're fine, honey. It might take you a minute to come back on the channel. We had to. There we go. There she is. She's back. See? It was a misclick. No big deal. It happens. Not worried about it. I am not worried about it. No harm, no foul. Alright. No worries. Alright, so I figured out that we needed to make sure that we have these the correct direction. Morning, John. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning. Welcome to the chat. Welcome back. We missed you. No worries. Okay, so I thought I had a little one, which I do somewhere, but I don't really have time to find it. So I want to iron these real quick. Let's move this black strip back here so it stays out of the way. Let me go ahead and pull my little ironing pad out if I can find it. I think I've got one. Yes, I do. I have one under here. We're just going to iron these pieces up real quick. So we've sewn up our strip sets together the way they've instructed, and I'm glad I read the instructions again. No worries, Dawn. I understand. Yes, you know what? Life comes up, and life is, things in your life are way more important than hanging out with us on the channel. But we appreciate you being here anyway. So we sewed up these two strip sets together. Now we've got this really nice. This is what I was doing here. Is I was adding this black piece here, and I'm adding these two pieces together. And it said to make sure that the narrow piece was on the inside, and because these pieces are opposite, I needed to make sure that I had one going one way and one going the other. So here's the other one with the narrow piece on this side now. So yeah, got one on this side, one on that side. Okay, just making sure. And now I want to go ahead and iron these flat because you really gotta do a lot of ironing with these little bitty pieces to make sure that everything lays the way it's supposed to. Ooh, that was fun. Terry, I wanted to let you know I did end up purchasing that kit of, I don't even know what you call them. They're the tailor's footballs, but they're made for open seams, and then they also have the clapper on the bottom of them. I did end up purchasing them. They should be here sometime today, so hopefully I'll be able to start looking at those, maybe even on Wednesday, on our Wednesday stream. Maybe we'll be able to start using those, see how they work out. But thank you again for that recommendation. I really appreciate it. I encourage anybody, if you guys have recommendations for, or tips or tricks for me of things that you see that I'm doing maybe not the correct way, or maybe there's a better way to do them, I encourage you to email me and let me know about it, because we're all here to learn, myself included. I mean, the name of this channel is that I am not an expert. And I would never claim to be. So if you guys have tips or tricks or tools or things that you have found that are really helpful, I please send them my way. So Sandra had let me know about the clover iron and the seam glue, or the thread glue, which turned out to be amazing game changers. So really appreciate that. I had another subscriber send me a gift of half square triangle rulers. Another game changer. You guys are amazing. And then Sandra told me about these seam pressing clappers. Yes, the seam pressing clappers. Thank you. Yes, so we're going to try those out, see how they work, if they work out really well. Sandra uses them. She said she's made her own, I think she said. But we're going to try those out, see how they work. Susan says she's got to take off. No problem, Susan. We totally understand. Thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning. We really appreciate it. Good luck to you in your morning routine. We hope everything goes well. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one. Now, normally I would not be using my wool pressing mat on top of my cutting mat, but since we're doing such a small piece here, I'm not super overly concerned about it. And this is an older mat, so it's not really producing any excuse me, any moisture anymore. If you guys have a wool pressing mat or a newer wool pressing mat, then you'll know that it does produce a lot of moisture underneath it, and that is because the wool is probably still damp from processing. So it does take a while for that moisture to kind of come out. I think your baby Ivy needs attention. Yes, she does. She doesn't need attention. She just wants a snack. But anyway, the wool pressing mat can produce some moisture underneath it when you use it. So I actually have a pressing cloth that I put underneath mine to kind of absorb that moisture My other recommendation is just a simple towel, bath towel, kitchen towel, any type of something that would absorb that moisture. And then when you're done with it, always pick it up and lay it straight up and down to dry. Hang it somewhere to dry. So then that way the moisture isn't sitting under there and doesn't create any type of mold situation or anything like that. I'm constantly moving mine back and forth from the table to the floor because I have such a small workspace. So I don't really have to worry about that too much. Okay. All right, so these seams are laying nice and flat for me now, and they've cooled pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this mat for now, since we don't need that. Put that back under here. There we go. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to attach up these long pieces to our our sub-assemblies. So let's go. Put that away for now. Move that down a little bit. Move that down a little bit. All right, so here's our first one. We need to attach these to the black strip side, and we need to make sure that the narrow one is closest. Like this. So this one goes to this one. We need to start at the bottom, which is this side here. Make sure that that is there. And then this here, check my instructions here. So this one here needs to end at the bottom of this one. Needs to end there. Needs to start there. Just lay this down. I grab a pen so that I make sure that everything is lined up the way it's supposed to be. I don't normally pin my projects, but I want to make sure that that one lays where it's supposed to. Oh yeah, that's going to lay nice. And then this one's going to lay all the way down that way. Perfect. We will pin up the other one in just a minute. My baby, can you sit for me, please? You're on the camera right now. Can you sit? She wants another treat. I'll give her one more. One more. Take it nice. Actually, can you spin for mommy? Can you do spin for me? Can you spin? Come on, you spin. Spin, spin, spin. Come on. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She spins. The other two are up on it too. Here, Betty. Wrigley. Up. Good girl. Good girls. Good girls. Yeah, Ivy spins. She taught that herself. We just taught her to sit pretty, which was, standing up on her feet like that. There we go. But she did a spin on her own. She learned that one on her own, so we just kind of let her go with it. We just went with it. All right, so let's transfer this one over to the machine and get this one sewed up. I don't want to poke myself with that pin, so I'm trying to be conscious of it there. I don't want to pin the whole thing because it's just annoying, but I also don't want to hurt myself with it either. Trying not to stretch anything, trying to just lay it flat, and it's going to line up almost perfect. So. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this one sewn now. She's really the star of this show, it's not me. She's our baby. She's the youngest. She's only, she's 4. She's 4 years old. Our oldest is Addison, the taller one. She is 9. And then Wrigley, the black and white Chipu, is 7. So, I'm going to be paying attention here for a minute, guys. There's a lot of seams here, and I like to go slow to make sure I get the seams all down. So I'm kind of ignoring chat here for just a second. I sew slowly. I don't sew very fast. I'm definitely not the Tiffany of the sewing world. Not a Tiffany of the sewing world. I sew very slowly. I like to try and take my time, make sure I'm getting things the way they need to be, or as close to it as I can. My Maddie, who looked like a Wrigley, would drum up her feet and go grrr like a pirate. Friends would ask if she. Yes, yes, she could. Wrigley will also growl at us. She growls too when she wants something. She has this really cool bark. It's like this. I call it the rolling tongue bark because it sounds like she's rolling her tongue when she barks. It's really, really cool. I couldn't even try to attempt to reenact it because my tongue doesn't go that direction. But yeah, she's we call her the old lady dog because she is the typical dog that most of the elderly ladies would love. She likes to be held. Yeah, she's for sure. We joke all the time that my grandma, who is no longer with us, but my grandma would have loved her. You would tell her say "grr." Oh, that's adorable. Oh, that's really cute. That's really cute. That is cute. All right, here we go. No more scenes. Why am I stuck? Bulk here. Go. The bulk is just a little bit thicker than my presser foot, and so my presser foot had a hard time with it there for a second, so I had to readjust. I had to make some adjustments. Now we're cooking with gas. Should probably put the zipper foot on. The zipper foot probably would have worked better, but that's alright. I am using a 1/4 inch seam throughout this entire quilt. They said that the directions say that you need to be very, very careful with your 1/4 inch seam. I had a big Dobie Shepherd who would talk when I asked her to, would hand signal for as long as I did that, she would continue to talk. She sounded like Scooby-Doo. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. We could never, I probably just didn't spend enough time doing it, but I couldn't get these three to speak on command. Um, Ivy will whine, not necessarily on command, but she does it all the time. She whines a lot. That's how she communicates with us. Is she just whines at us? You can kind of hear her a little bit. She's sneaking closer to the. Apparently, I can't see her there. So you'll see her on camera here soon. She's starting. She's making her way up. She's inching her way closer. She wants another treat. So I'm sewing this very slowly, as you guys can obviously see, because I need to make sure that I get my 1/4 inch seam on straight. And when I cut this fabric originally, I was not as skilled as I am now. So the fabric is not as straight as I would like it to be. But I could have scrapped it all and just started over. I could have done that, but I decided I didn't want to do that. I'm just going to kind of work with what I got. But yeah, I should have done a little bit of a better job of sewing or cutting for sure. But it should be okay. And you guys can probably hear her whining in the background now. Sky, be quiet. They can see your nose on the camera. You know that? So much fun. Mary, congratulations on winning those 300 thimbles. That's how you get earn those. Speaking of thimbles, I did mail the redemptions out for August. Those have all been mailed out. I try to mail them out once a month or longer, depending on how many redemptions I have. So if you're redeeming for the month of September, just know that I'll be mailing those at the end. So I will continue. You can redeem one prize, one type of prize per live stream. So you can redeem your symbols up to 4 times per month. Um, so you can redeem just for example, like you could redeem one fat quarter and one notion in one live stream, but you can't redeem 2 fat quarters. It's just to try to keep things a little bit more fair. And give everybody the opportunity. All right. Hi, Susan. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. I meant to do this earlier, but I wanted to give a special shout out to our new subscribers. We have obtained, I think, 10 new subscribers in the last month. So welcome to the channel, new subscribers and new friends. If you are new to the channel and you don't normally participate in chat, but if you're watching right now and you can just give me a quick say hi real quick in chat just so I can personally thank you, I'd really appreciate that. But I understand if that's not your thing. It's totally fine. If you're watching after the stream, if you wanted to just give me a quick hello in the comments down below, I'd love to be able to personally thank you for joining us on the channel, so I appreciate that. Alright, so this is a scrap piece. I have been keeping all of my scraps for this project, and if you're a member of the channel, then you might likely get some of these scrap pieces. Those boxes I am very certain that they will go out in or before December. I was actually looking at our scrap bin just this past weekend, and we're starting to build up some more scraps, so I think we're going to be good to go. So if you guys are interested in receiving an 8x8x4 box of scraps, and I stuff it pretty full, like it's pretty heavy. I stuff it pretty full of scrap pieces. That can be anything, any cut-off pieces from any of our projects, as well as yardage from our projects, whether it be the extra backing or extra borders or whatever, or maybe it's extra fat quarters from the job or things like that. If you guys are interested in receiving any of those things, you do have to be a member of the channel for at least 3 months in order to receive that box. Although, I mean, obviously I would love you to be a member all year round. But you do have to be a member for at least 3 months, so you will need to sign up in the month of September in order to be eligible for those boxes in December. If you have been a member of the channel and you're still a member of the channel, then don't worry about it. It's just for anyone who's interested in joining. There's a button down below that says join, or you can do it's a square with a $sign in it. You can click that and then select the option that says memberships from there. If for as little as $1.99 a month, you can join in. And what that membership fee pays for the postage for the box, really. So at least 3 months. Of course, the 3 months doesn't necessarily pay for all the postage. But Melissa, thank you very much for joining. Speaking of, welcome to the channel. Welcome to being a member of the channel. I truly appreciate that. Make sure you email me with your mailing address so that I can get you on the list. And as long as you stay an active member through till December, then you will receive one of those scrap busting boxes. And they're I appreciate that, Terry. I do stuff them, and I do give you all of the cutoff pieces, all of the extra yardage pieces, fat quarters, things like that. I do have other options as well. There's the Thumbelina, and then there's the fat quarter option, which means you will automatically receive 3 fat quarters from me every month. That is with no matter, you just have to be, again, signed up for at least 3 months to get that. And then all of our members are part of the Scrap Busting Club. So thank you very much for that. And thank you, Melissa, for joining. We have a Monday morning stream. No, not Monday morning. We have a members only live stream that happens every other Monday. Not this Monday, not tomorrow, but the next week Monday we will be having another one. So hopefully you'll be able to join us then. So lots of fun things happening. So Anyway, so that is, let me go ahead and put this in the box so that can go into our scrap bag for later. So you guys can get those pieces. Let me show you what this is going to look like. I don't have it finger pressed yet. So you can kind of see what's happening here. I'll just kind of show you. You guys can kind of see how this is the black piece that we just added and how it lines up with that one, like that. Now these are supposed to line up, but obviously they're not. You know, they're not perfect. But you know, nobody cares really, right? Terry, no problem, no problem, no worries. That's why there is a live stream, or that is on replay for members only. So there you go. But can we put some hearts in chat for Melissa for being a new member of the channel? I really appreciate that. Again, Melissa, thank you so much. But there you go. That's what it's going to look like. So let's go ahead and put the other one together. Then we'll iron that up. And then we're going to get started on cutting some more pieces. So let's set that aside for now. Now we need to put this one together. So this one is going to look exactly the same, just opposite. There we go. Hearts in chat from Melissa. Thank you guys so much for that. And Melissa, with our members only live streams, I also throw up a link in there for a Zoom call. So you are welcome to join me on the Zoom call if you want to. You don't have to. I know it's not for everybody, but you're welcome to join me as well. All right, let's grab this now. Line this one up. So this piece here needs to make sure that it lines up with that there. Yeah, see, this one's going to be a little off. So I can line up the strips this way. Well, actually, I can do this. That's going to be close. It is what it is. Terry, thank you very much for that super chat. That is so kind of you. I truly appreciate that. That is so kind of you. Thank you. Hearts in chat for Terry, folks. Hearts in chat for Terry. Thank you for that. So sweet of you. You guys know if you're a member of this channel or if you've been watching for a while, I don't ask for money from this channel. Yes, I have those things available to you. I have tips available, super chats. I have memberships. I have it all available to you, but I don't typically ask for it because I'm not on this to make money. I'm on this to have fun and make new friends. Now, obviously, any funds that you guys want to donate towards the channel goes right back into the channel with regards to purchasing fabric and new projects and new equipment, of course. But that I very rarely ever ask for it. So thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you for becoming a new member of the channel. Those funds go right back into the channel for sure. They don't pay for anything for me. But I appreciate that. One of the things that we are able to do because of these donations and because of these memberships and things like that is I like to try and give that back. If there's anything extra, I'd like to try and give it back to the channel. So one of the things that we're going to be doing here on our live stream on Saturday, September 20th for our Jelly Roll drag race, we are going to be giving away the 3 quilt tops that we make. Because the jelly rolls and all the fabric that was purchased for those projects was from donations from the channel. So I feel like it's only right to give it back to the channel. So we're going to be giving those quilt tops away. So make sure you tune in on Saturday, September 20th. You do have to be present to win, but we are going to be opening up a giveaway to give away the 3 quilt tops that we're going to be making. So it's going to be a lot of fun if that's something that you're interested in. Did you pick a pattern for the Jelly Roll race? Yes, Terry, I did. We are going to be doing the Jelly Roll drag race by Donna Jordan. So if you guys are interested in joining us, you will need a Jelly Roll and 1 yard of fabric, and you need to cut up that 1 yard of accent fabric into 6.5 by 2.5 inch pieces if you want to join in with us. But yes, we are going to be doing the Jelly Roll drag race by Donna Jordan of Jordan Fabrics if you're interested in it. Yeah, so you need a jelly roll and an accent fabric to go with it. And it doesn't even necessarily need to be one fabric. You can use fat quarters if you have them. You can take four fat quarters and cut them up, and that will still be enough fabric for you. But they need to be, you need 79, pattern says you need 79 pieces of 6.5 by 2.5. So I've got all that already cut up and ready to go. Wait till you guys see the jelly rolls that we're going to be working with. They're all different. We're going to have 3 of them going at one time. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. Shit. Because I needed to. This one I'm actually going to have to pin a little bit more than I was going to because I have to sew it from the other end. And I want to make sure that everything stays lined up the way it's supposed to. So I'm just going to throw 1 or 2 more pins in here just to make sure everything lays up the way it's supposed to. But yes, that is the jelly roll that is the jelly roll race pattern that we will be working with. And I've cut all the fabric up for it and everything's all ready to go. In fact, Lucas took it with him when he left this morning. Lucas will be joining us as well as Mama Joyce. Cheryl will be unable to join us, but that's okay. It's going to be a lot of sewing and we're having a lot of fun. We're going to start at 1 o'clock Central Time. And we're going to go until the quilt tops are done. This shouldn't take too long. Hi, baby. I see you. I see you. Alright. Let's see if we can line this up here. Try not to stretch anything. These long strips, you can tend to stretch them pretty easily, so trying to make sure I'm not stretching anything. Is that going to be this Saturday? Yes. No. The 20th. What is the 20th? Isn't that next weekend? Next Saturday? Not this coming Saturday, but the next one is the 20th. The 20th is National Jelly Roll Day. So that's why we're doing it as something fun and different. It's not an After Dark edition stream. That's why it's going to be 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Our After Dark edition is the last Saturday of this month. So I think we have one more Saturday. My calendar is over there, but it's teeny tiny, so I can't read it from. So I'm gonna look at the calendar for me. And this is great. I'll be home from vacation, so I can watch. Awesome, awesome. Of course, even though it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm sure there will be an adult beverage or 2 involved. I'm sure because that's how we roll here. So, did you like that pun too? Jelly roll. That's how we roll. Something. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I line this up correctly. Alright. I have this all folded because I don't want to poke myself with pins because I hate pins. Pins make me insane. Hi Fern, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I guess it's almost lunchtime now, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it's noon. I guess it's technically afternoon now. Hi baby. We usually do a virtual breakfast with all of our kids on the first Sunday of every month, but this month, the kids had some issues, some scheduling conflicts, so we got to sleep an extra half an hour instead. So we still had breakfast together. We have breakfast together almost every Sunday. But yeah, so no virtual breakfast with our kids this morning, but we did still have a late start to our stream today. I be quiet. I be quiet. Terry, I love it. This is my jelly roll, right, anyone? That's awesome. I love it. There's gonna be so many puns on Saturday. It's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. I'm excited. And I love the jelly rolls. I pulled jelly rolls out of my stash, and then I found some beautiful accent fabrics to go with them. So I think you guys are really gonna like them. Three very different, very unique quilt tops, so we're good. And I think I'm going to let whoever the winner is, I'm going to let them pick which one they want. So you'll be able to decide which one you want. But we're going to be giving away 3 of them. So we'll do all the work for you. We'll put the top together for you, and then all you'll have to do is decide if you want to put borders on it or not. You don't have to. And then get your backing fabric and quilt it up. Finish it. Excuse me. It would make for a nice Christmas gift. If you're looking for something quick and easy to do as a Christmas gift for someone, or just a project for yourself too. Make for a really nice, quick and easy gift. You will need to be present to win, so you're going to need to watch the stream at some point to join in and win. And I can't tell you when exactly we're going to be calling the winner because it just depends on how long it takes us to finish. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. This one's going to be a little bit off, but that's alright. This whole quilt is going to be a little bit off, but that's alright. It's fine. I'm not going to stress about it. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, let me take a drink here. Got like a little pot here. Nora says Ivy needs a snack. Okay, fine. Alright, is she still in here? Where did she go? There she is. There she is. Oh, great. Now they're all coming. Everybody sit. Can you sit for me, please? That's not sitting. Thank you. Addison, can you sit, please? Come here. Sit. Good girl. Take it nice. Wrigley. Sit. Take it nice. You are still not sitting. Yeah, you can tell you're the baby of the family. Yeah. There you go. There's the babies. There's the babies. Hi, Wiggly. Hi, Wiggly. Those are the babies. Alright, let's see if we can get this bottom half done now. So as you guys can see, if you didn't already or you haven't been following the series, you can see that it's very technical. It's very intricate. There's not a lot of little pieces, but there's just a lot of pieces and a lot of tiny seams and things like that. So it takes a little bit for us to do it. And like I said, I'm a slow sewer, so I take my time and I go real slow with things. So it takes a while. And I've been working on this particular project off and on for a couple years now. It was one of those projects where I started it, I got in a little bit over my head, it became a little bit too intimidating for me, so I set it aside and decided, no, I'll look at it another time. Oh my. Mr. Wizard must be teasing her with something. Mr. Wizard must be teasing her. Okay, so I want to make sure that that one lines up. A little bit of an overlap here. A little bit of an overlap. Okay, V. Go slow. We get to the next scene. Don't you love when they slide on you a little bit? Sorry about this, guys. I'm just kind of trying to concentrate here, so give me a second. These scenes are so tiny. Yeah. Hopefully this works out. Let's see. See how bad it is. That part looks okay. It's this part down here. Oh, that's not too terrible. Ah, well. They don't line up very well. They're a little off. But that's fine. It is what it is. So here's this one. I gotta trim it, but you guys can kind of see what it looks like here. You can see that it's pretty close. But you can see that they're a little off here. I mean, I could take these apart and put them back together, but I'm not gonna. Because I feel like for what this is for, I think that's just gonna give it a little bit more character. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna stress about it. So we're gonna let me trim this edge here off, and then we're gonna iron these. Get them ironed up, and then we can start on the next step. Good enough. Yeah, that's right, Murray. Good enough. Close enough. Just stand back further. We're fine. Lucas! Welcome back, bud! Stopping by for a little first time and who knows how long that all 7 of the brothers have been together, so I've been spending time with them. No, totally understand that, Lucas. Yeah, I was telling everybody that your brother had gotten married, and so you were spending time with family, and I have always said that family is way more important than this channel, so no problem at all. No concerns whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and push this back. Let me turn my iron back on here. Don't need that right now. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put this in here. Yes, long time no see. It does seem like it's been a while since he's been on the channel. It does appear to be that way. I know he was busy doing something last weekend, so he couldn't make it last weekend as well, and that's totally fine. Like, I don't require my moderators to be on my channel. You know, they're doing this for free. I'm not paying them, so if they can't make it, it's totally fine. That's totally fine. I understand. So, yeah, I don't require them to do much of it. Anything. I should probably have used the little one. I didn't really think about it, but I probably should have used the clover because this one, well, these might lay flat. That might be okay. Just waiting for the iron to get warm again. Yep, that's right, Marie. Just know that you're missed. That's right. He'll be with us for our jelly roll race. He picked up his pieces from me this weekend, so he'll be with us for that. He's going to be joining us now that he knows how to sew and has an official quilt top under his belt, a finished quilt top under his belt. It's going to be really exciting. Which, Lucas, you'll have to tell us when you're going to give that to your grandma. We'd love to know what her reaction is and if she loves it, or I'm sure she will love it, but you'll have to let us know when that happens. Maybe if you're able to even, you know, record her reaction, that would be great so we can share it on our socials. So I'm ironing this from the back side because there are so many seams. My gosh, just so many seams. So I'm ironing it from the back side first. And then I will go back and iron it from the other side in just a minute. But I have found with this particular project, it's easier to iron it from the side first. One of the directions from the quilt writer or from the pattern writer says to make sure that all of the black fabric pieces are open. I'm trying to do that as best as I can. Sometimes it doesn't really work out, but I try. This one here is wrong too. Oh, the black's supposed to be open. Oh, baby, I see you. Yes, and Lucas did the binding, so it's completely done. He has a complete quilt top under his belt. We can officially say that he has sewn an entire quilt top together. His very first sewing project, and it's a full-size quilt. He didn't start out slow like the rest of us, you know. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you. He didn't start out slow by making, pin cushions and duffel bags. He didn't start out slow. He just went right. He dove right in. Dove right in. All right, let me iron up this side now. Is this a kit or you shop for the fabrics? No, I shop for all of these fabrics. Yeah, the fabrics, there were suggested colors by the pattern writer. They were suggested, but they weren't necessarily required. But no, I shopped for all of these fabric pattern pieces myself. These are all Moda by Grunge. These are all Grunge by Moda. The solid, what you see, the white, that's actually called vanilla. It's a grunge fabric. And then all of the colored pieces are also grunges as well. It was a fat quarter kit that I bought. No, I didn't buy the fat quarter kit. That's what it was. I bought each of the fabrics and then coordinating a fall coordinated. Manila or vanilla? I'm pretty sure it's vanilla. Vanilla. That's what they called it. Fern says, I received my mail from you. Thank you so much. So it's pretty fat quartered. Oh, great, Fern. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you were able to get that. When I came back to sewing, I sewed handbags. Didn't know I was starting with the hard stuff. Ignorance is bliss. There you go. There you go. All right, so here is one. You can see we sewed up these pieces over here. So it doesn't look like we did a lot, but we did a lot. Wasn't that? Yeah, so that's one of them. So let's go ahead and iron up the other one now. Now this is the full side panel of these quilts. Like there's nothing else that we need to add. Have you ever done a pixel quilt? No, I have never done a pixel quilt, although I kind of did one. Let me explain. I didn't put the quilt together, the pattern together as a pixel, but what I did do is I did an Irish chain quilt, and the entire quilt was 2.5 inch squares. Because I had accidentally cut up the pieces that were supposed to be in the center, the 5.5 inch, I accidentally cut those. So the entire quilt turned out to be 2.5 inch squares. So I kind of did a pixel quilt on accident. But no, I haven't done a one on purpose. I've not done one on purpose, no. I've thought about it. You know, there's a lot of pattern pieces that I would love to try eventually. And who knows, depending on how long this channel goes for, we might get to those eventually. But it takes us a long time to get through a pattern or a project because I don't like to work on the same thing 2 weeks in a row. So we rotate our projects out constantly. I'm constantly rotating them out. We don't work on the same thing 2 weeks in a row because I get bored really easily. So, oh jeez, I just melted plastic. That was not cool. Um, so because I get bored so easily, we rotate our projects out. So projects take us quite a bit of time to work on. It takes us months to put together projects that would probably take most people a weekend. Terry said, "Oh wow, Lisa Capon Quilts did a pixel heart quilt. I don't think I would enjoy. I've seen that pattern. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. The heart explosions one, yeah, that one's pretty too. They're really pretty, and you know, someday maybe. Right now, no, but someday maybe. I never say no or never, but we'll see. Right now, I have a lot of projects that I need to work on. So, yeah, there we go. Crushing this down here. The chances of it coming out perfect for my ear slim. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, all those matching seams. I know, like when I did the Irish chain, it was a twin size, and I really didn't know a whole lot about matching seams, so I tried to do my best. That one was a challenge. She's doing a mystery pixel quilt now. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to do one painting instead of sewing together half-inch squares. Half-inch squares? Oh my god, they're only half an inch. A butterfly pixel. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the Irish chain, I did that before I had the channel here, so that was one of my very first quilt tops that I did. In fact, the memory of that one just came up recently. Um, that one I made for Mr. Wizard's mom when she was in her assisted living facility. I made that for her. And I made it so that it was purposely, I made it a little bit smaller than a twin so that it would purposely fit in the hospital bed that she was in. Um, and then when she passed, my niece took it. My sister-in-law offered it back to me, and I said, no, I really didn't. She said she offered it back to me, but she said, but she also knew of a little girl that would really adore it, and so I said, you can absolutely have that. so so yeah, so she has that. All right. So here is the other one, just so you guys can see what it looks like. You can see this one kind of. Well, this one's upside down. It goes this way. This one kind of lines up a little bit better, I think. Let's see how the. Let's try and do this. See how it lines up a little bit better. The pieces line up a little bit better, but that's okay. Again, the imperfections are what make it perfect. So I'm not worried about it. Okay, so there's those two pieces. So now we're going to get into some cutting. I'm not happy about it. I'm a little freaked out about it, if I'm being honest. So, but now we're going to get into some cutting. So let's go ahead and set these up to the side. Let's put this away for now. Oh, looks like there's some moisture that went off on that. So my mat is a little wet. We can get that to flat. Fern says, so pretty. Oh, well, thank you, Fern. I appreciate that. I do really like this project, but it is very stressful. It is very stressful. And it's definitely not for the faint of heart. And it's definitely something that you really have to put together on your own. So stretch. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure why I have this pin here, other than the fact that I think it was just to kind of keep things straight. So the directions say for the remainder of the 1.5 inch strips, which that's what these are, we're gonna make a 45-degree cut on one end, which I'm gonna use this end because it's a nice straight edge. So I'm gonna cut a 45-degree off here, this corner here. And then we're gonna be making some other cuts. So I'm gonna use my square ruler for now. Maybe. No, I don't think I can. As much as I want to, I don't think I'm going to be able to, because that's 45 degrees, and I've got to go this way with it. No, I think I'm going to use the other ruler. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to turn it to go this way. There's hair in my mouth. 45 degrees is here. So, this way. Hold on, guys. I gotta think this through. I gotta think this through. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. So that's a 45-degree line. So now I can start it down here, but I need to make sure from the remainder of the 1.5 inch background strip from step 7, make a 45-degree cut on one end. Cut a 2.5 inch segment. Since the remainder of the strip set won't be long enough, unstitch and restitch parts of these two cuts to make a segment as long as the first cut. Oh, geez. Sew black to the lower edges. Oh my gosh. This is why this one makes me crazy. So we're going to be cutting, I'm going to move down a little bit. Because this shows like down here.
Never thought it would happen. It never happened to me. It seems that clearly it has done. And now no longer I'm free. I am not free.
It shows it like down here. But it doesn't say how long it needs to be. I don't think it really matters. So let's go with like that. Stressed out yet? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm a little stressed out. All right, friends, time to pray. Time to pray that I do this right. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens here. All right, here we go. Deep breath. No going back now. All right, so there's our first cut. Now we need to take this cut here. Now that it's cut. Yeah, thank you, Marie, for the praying hands. I appreciate it. So now we need to cut a 2.5 inch strip from that 45-degree angle. And I might need more strips. We'll see. So now, 2.5 inch strip, like this. One, 2.5 strip. From that. Okay, there's one. Now we have to pin this way and do a 45-degree angle this way. From that line. So and then like that. Okay. Oh, sorry, Streamlabs. Oh, it's because there were too many more. Marie, you're fine. Just ignore Streamlabs. I'm sorry that it likes to be stupid sometimes. Okay. So please tell me that is an actual 45-degree angle. Yes, that is a 45-degree angle. Okay. Now I need 2.5-inch strip set from this piece here. So let's spin this around this way. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Hang on. I did something weird wrong here. Hang on, folks. So I've got to cut this so that I get all 7 strips out of it at a 45-degree angle. I don't know how I managed to do this, but I think I screwed it up already. Folks. So 45 is that way. No. Let me look. Okay. This way. Okay, so that's not. The 45-degree angle that I need. I needed to go from the top to the bottom. So I actually need it this way. Gotcha. Okay, so I need like this piece here. So that piece there wasn't big enough. I think that I can do this still. I just have to be a little bit more conscious about it. My brain hurts. Does anybody else's brain hurt? Mine totally hurts right now. So I'm going to do a 2.5-inch strip from this. I need a 2.5-inch strip at a 45-degree angle. So let me just make sure that this works here. Yep, those are 45 degrees. So 2.5 inch strip. That is a brand new blade that I just put in there, so I know that it's going to work out okay. It's just a piece of it. So what I need to do, it says I'm going to have to piece these together. So I'm just going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut one more here this way. And then I'm going to have to cut a bunch the other way. So that's cause stress migraines. Yeah, for sure. Yep, like this whole project has been causing me major stress because of these silly 45-degree angles. I get why they're there and I understand why they're there, but that doesn't make them any easier. So now that I have a general idea of what I'm doing here, I'm going to try to do a little bit of guesstimating and hope for the best. We're going to hope for the best. That's what we're going to do. Okay. There's this one. That one needs to be cut again. So it does say you might have to take pieces apart, put them back together in order to get the length. So I'm going to take those two pieces there. And then we're going to take these pieces here, and we're just going to cut 2.5-inch pieces this way. And we're just going to have to put all these pieces together to get what we need. So this one's got the extra 1/2 inch on this one, so let's do this one. Please God. Tell me it didn't just do. It did. I gave myself an extra 1/2 inch on those pieces. Yay! That's okay. It's fine. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. It's fine. We're not going to stress about it. We're not going to freak out. We're just going to make it work. So there's one. So the idea here is that I need to get to a point where I have 7 strips. So I'm going to need to piece these together. To get 7, right? And this one can get pieced together this way, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7. So I'm going to need one more strip. I need one more. Hi, Dawn. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Appreciate your help. Appreciate your support here with this project. Really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend. Okay. So that should be more than enough pieces to piece together what we got to do for this. So how much time we have left? What, 15 more minutes? Okay. Let me grab this piece here, this piece here, this piece here, and this piece here. And all these together. Okay. Now I need to make sure that I have enough here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, oh, I don't have enough. This one can go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. Let me grab this piece here and do a 2-inch piece here. I'm gonna have to trim all those up because I trimmed them too far because I have the extra 1/2 inch on my ruler that I forgot about. Okay. That will give me my 7. So I need 7 rows of this. And I have to pull things out and piece them back together in order to get what I need. So let me go ahead and trim these up real quick. So this should be left over. Hi Judy, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm a little stressed out. I'm trying to do this and it's you know, it's stressful. There, 2.5. These stupid 45-degree angles. Oh, we're working through it. We're getting there. We're going to trim these up because they were a little bit too long. So there's this one, 2, and then where did the 3rd one go? Where did the... Oh, there it is. Just breathe. You're doing great. Yes. Judy says, I'm quietly watching and nervous for you. No, I appreciate that. I really do. Because Lord knows I'm just as nervous. But now I realize that I'm supposed to trim these to 2.5, and I trim them to almost 3 because I have an extra 1/2 inch on my ruler. And I'm always telling everybody else to be careful of that, and I wasn't careful of it. So now I'm just trimming these up to 2.5 inch, like they're supposed to be. So, yeah. Give me just a second here. Some weird music happening here. You guys hear the music? Kind of weird. Kind of weird. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. So, just to make sure that I did this right, I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Okay, hopefully that's right. So now what we'll need to do when we come back, and I'm going to have to make myself some notes so that I know, but we need to piece these. We need to pull these apart and piece them back together so that we have 7 of these pieces. Uh-oh, what happened? You've recovered well, bravo. Oh, are you talking to me? I appreciate that. Thank you. I thought I screwed the whole thing up, but I think I'm going to make it work. So let me pin this one though. Let me pin this one up so that we can figure out what we're doing with it. So I need to put the whole thing together, and I'm trying to find the measurement for it, but it's not giving me a measurement, so I think we're going to have to measure myself. So, let's put those pieces together. These are scraps, so let me throw these in the bin. So I can't believe I burned a hole in the plastic there, that's annoying. Alright, so that's this. Okay, so let me read the instructions again. So I need to add a 5-inch piece to the bottom. Cut the strip, make a mirror image, cut the strip in half. Cut the strip in half so the angled ends below the segments from step 11. Cut the strip 5 inches below the low edge of the angle. I don't understand what I'm doing there. Let me read the instructions. Cut 2.5-inch segments. Since the remainder of the strip won't be long enough, unstitch and restitch parts of these 2 cuts to make a segment as long as the first cut one. Sew black to the lower edge. And the long one, it was supposed to be 7, but I didn't move my ruler over far enough to get a full length piece out of it. So I'm going to have to stitch them both together to get it to be 7 pieces, because I'm measuring there were 7 rows, and so I need to make sure that I have 7 pieces total. So let me just make sure that I'm doing this right. So I laid it like this. I got 7 full rows is what I need. And I will get that when I put this whole thing together. When I stitch the pieces up together. I'll get that. Make mirror image 45-degree cuts at the ends of a 2.5-inch background strip. Oh, okay. That's the piece that I was missing. Okay. I was like, what? Okay, so I need a 2.5-inch strip. Are these 2.5? Yeah, so this is a 2.5-inch strip. So I need mirrored cuts on each end. So I need one cut one way, one cut the other way. Okay. I'm following along now. Now I'm following. Okay. So then we're going to take one of these strips. Okay. Sometimes you got to talk it out. Like, don't be afraid to read it over 5, 6, 7,000 times. Sometimes you got to talk it out loud. Sometimes you got to consult with friends. Sometimes you got to phone a friend. You know, but eventually you figure it out. Now, the only bad part about this whole thing is we figured it out, and now we're just about to get on the stream. So now we got to wait until the next time we come back to remember to do all this again. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make myself a little note. So I like to leave myself love notes because sorry, I'm making a lot of noise up by the mic. Grabbing this. Because we don't work on the same project every week, I have a tendency to forget where I'm at with things. So I like to leave myself little sticky notes as to tell me when I open this project back up, what was I doing? Like, where was I at? What was I doing? What adjustments do I need to make? Things like that. So we're going to make that note here real quick. So we are on step number 11. And we are going to piece strips together to get 7 stripes in each. Then move to step 12. Okay. And step 12, I'm going to underline of a 2.5-inch background strip, because that's where I struggled last time. So this is another recommendation that I like to encourage people to do is I always keep a thing of sticky notes right here really close to me so that when I'm working on these projects and I'm ready to put it away or I need to pause or I need to make it, I just make myself a little note. So I wrote myself a little note right next to the piece that I'm on, right next to the step that I'm at, so that I know what I need to do next. And that way I don't have to remember. I always take a few minutes before every live stream when I'm pulling my project bit out to kind of look at things and go, okay, where are we at? What were we doing? And so I always look at the pattern. I look to see if I've left myself any notes. If it's blatantly obvious what we're doing, then a lot of times I won't leave myself notes. I usually leave the pattern open to whatever step we're on. Sometimes I'll leave a little like arrow to that number or things like that, just to remind myself that, hey, by the way, this is what we were doing when we were here before. Um, so we didn't get nearly, we did get a little bit done today. Not, well, I wouldn't even say not as much as I wanted to. I kind of made a little bit of a boo-boo on cutting the pieces, but I think I'm going to be able to recover from it. And that's kind of the stress of this project. Is these 45-degree angles and figuring out exactly, because the pattern is written well, but I think it could be written a little bit better to tell you like the length of the pieces that you need and things like that, and it doesn't always just say that. So I have to remind myself I have to look through things, like double check things to make sure. I would check mark the page as well. I would make a video and a voice call to myself as well. Oh, well, I need overkill. No, there's no problem with that either. So it looks like we have gotten these two pieces. So these two pieces are the left and right sides of our quilt. That's what they're going to look like. Now we are working on the two center sections, which are these pieces here and these strip sets here. So we're going to be working on those when we come back. So we're about halfway done with this quilt. I know it doesn't seem like it, because it just still looks like a whole bunch of strips of nothing. But we are about halfway done with it, which is just such an amazing feeling in itself, because I know how long it has taken me to get to this point. So that's really exciting. So let me go ahead and take these. These are all scraps. They'll go in our scrap bin here. I'm going to take all of these scrap pieces. I'm going to keep that little black one there. I don't need that one yet. So you can see all these scrap pieces are in here, all these little fun striped pieces. I cannot wait to see whoever gets these pieces, what they do with them. You guys are so much more creative than I am, and I have seen some of the things that you guys have done with some of my weird, crazy scrap pieces, and it's just been absolutely amazing. Such a labor of love. Yes, it is. I would be gifting half the quilt and call it done. Well, here's the fun part, Terry, is this is the first of two. I have this whole second one that I decided not to start on yet. Because I wanted to get through this one first to see exactly how much work it is to decide whether or not I'm going to even bother with the second one. I have all the fabric. I have everything ready for it. I don't have anything cut up for it yet, obviously, but yeah. But there is a whole second one to come for this. Not the exact same pattern, but the same type of pattern and the same type of design and things like that. And it's from the same author too, so it's like giving half a heart pendant. If your half makes the other half. There you go. There you go. All right, so let's get this put away then. So I've got my strip sets kind of together. I got them pinned so that at least I know what I'm working with, and I'll put them in here like that so that I know what to do with them now. I'll take my directions, put those on the top like I always do, and then I'll close up this bin until the next time we come back to it. I was kind of hoping to have this done by Christmas, but I don't know that that's going to be a realistic goal. It might have to wait for February. We'll see. Either way, friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me this Sunday. I know the mystery project goes by really slowly because it's very intricate and I take a lot of time to make sure that I'm sewing things up correctly and cutting them correctly, so it does take a little bit longer than normal. But I really enjoy it. I love bringing it back on the channel. I'm so grateful to you guys for all the love and support that you give me with this. You really boost my confidence and help me work through it. And it forces me to stay calm too about it, you know, to make sure that I don't lose my crap. I don't lose my stuff when something goes wrong. I rethink it, I reanalyze it, and I take it from there. So thank you again, guys, so much for hanging out with me this Sunday afternoon. Sis will be back on Wednesday. We will be back on Wednesday for our Schools of the Year project. I can't wait to show you guys what that one looks like. It's super cute. It's going to go together really well. I'm hoping to convince Taylor to help us with it. I hope it'll go along a little bit faster if she's there with us. If not, that's okay. We may also have to roll that one over to Thursday as well, depending on how much we're able to get done on Wednesday. This one's got a lot of steps and a lot of pieces, so we might actually have to roll this one into Thursday. We'll have to wait and see. Then this Saturday, let me just double check my calendar here, guys, because I feel like I'm going to tell you something wrong. So give me like 10 seconds, so let me just pull up the calendar. It's probably easier that way. That way I know for sure that I'm saying the right things, because I do have something marked on the calendar for this Saturday, but I don't know what it is. Let me look. September. Okay, so September 13th. Oh, okay. So there's nothing going on this coming Saturday, the 13th. No live stream. We will have a live stream. We will not have a live stream next Sunday either, the 14th, because I have some plans. So I will not have a live stream next weekend at all. There's no live stream. No Saturday, no Sunday. I totally forgot to tell you guys about that at the beginning. So next weekend there's no live stream at all. But we will have a live stream this coming Wednesday, and then we're going to have another one next Wednesday for whips. I might even bring this back as a whip. Who knows? And then on Saturday the 20th, which is National Jelly Roll Day, you guys are going to see a bunch of companies that are doing a bunch of sales, a bunch of live streamers, things like that. But we are going to be doing a live stream here on this channel starting at 1 p.m. Central. And we're going to go till the quilt tops are done. And once they're done, we're going to give them away. So there are going to be 3 giveaways going on that day. So make sure you guys check that out. And then the 21st, which is a Sunday, we're going to be doing our Norfolk quilt. I'm hoping to get the pattern by then. I mean, I have the fabric, but they haven't sent me the pattern yet. So I'm hoping to have the pieces cut by then for that. And then the 27th, which is another Saturday, we're going to be doing the After Dark edition. So there's going to be whips and crafts for the 27th. Then the 28th, we're back with our Memory Bear project. So yeah, really busy Sunday. Melissa, welcome again to the members only portion of the channel. Our next live stream for members only will be on the 15th. It'll be Monday the 15th. 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So make sure that you have the notifications turned on for the channel so that you get notified when we go live. But I will post a link for our Zoom call, usually about 30 minutes before the live stream, and you're welcome to pop on the Zoom if you want to. You don't have to. You could just attend chat, or you can watch it as a replay later, but it's going to be for members only. You'll get to see what the project looks like that we've been working on for a little while now, and you're going to get to join us on the next one. So thank you again for becoming a member. Thank you again to all of you who did super chats, donations, tips, things like that. I really appreciate every single one of those. They really help out the channel. So thank you so much for that. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget, if you're watching this as a replay, to leave a comment, because every interaction that you have with the channel just puts it in front of more and more of our people, so we can make more and more friends. All right, I think that is all I've got for today, guys. I will see you all Wednesday. So Wednesday evening, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I am hoping that I can convince Taylor to join us. We'll have to wait and see. So anyway, folks, thanks again. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.